Yo, 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 welcome back to another episode of Flip Your 20 Friday. It's August, near the end of August, and I'm still singing that intro. You're welcome. As per usual, like, subscribe, share. I hope these videos are helping you and the people you care about. That is the whole purpose of doing 104 videos this year. I'm also aiming for 1,000 subscribers, again, to share the messages as much as possible. So please go ahead and subscribe and share. All right. Today's video comes based on a conversation I had yesterday and actually earlier today. So today's topic is always be evolving. Always be evolving. And early on when I was creating the speaking business, one of my mentors was giving a presentation and he said, you have to do the personal work too, because any shortcomings you have in your personal life will show up in your business life. Excuse me. And he gave a few examples, and I saw this come true with two examples I'll share. And again, anytime I'm ever sharing an example or a story, always think of what that means to you. So yes, it's to listen, but then think about your examples, because if it's just listening to me, it's fine, I guess, but it's really about you. So the first was had a coach, and he had said, "So how are you asking for referrals from clients?" And I said, "I'm not." He said, "Well, why not?" He goes, are your presentations bad?" I said, "No, they're going really good. Everyone's happy, good results." And he said, "All right, well, why aren't you asking for referrals?" And it hit me like a thunderbolt. And I was like, oh my gosh. I said, because in my head, that sounds like asking for help, and I don't do that. Woo! Girl, you just called yourself out. But that was the truth. And again, if you've read my book, there's some copies there, Creating the Champion Within. If you've read my book, you've heard my presentation, it will make sense. That part's too much to go into now, but I did not ask for help, ever, ever, ever. It was me against the world. So one thing I learned, and in that instant as well, that awareness, because you got to be aware to make a change and to flip your 20, I learned from Tony Robbins, if you can't, then you must. Okay, well, if I can't ask for help, then I must learn how. And that was a struggle for me. And then 5 years ago, I participated in a Tough Mudder competition, sliced my leg in the last obstacle. It got wicked infected. I mean, like, gross. And super swollen and nasty. And for 2 weeks, I was laid up on the couch. I could only scoot around in my house on my butt, and because I just couldn't stand or walk. And I was forced to ask for help, which actually became a chapter in my book. So, but the beauty is, and that it was it was really hard. But the beauty and the lesson of asking for help is, I was like, okay, now, I mean, I had to, but now I know what that looks like, sounds like. It's okay. It gives people like to help. I know I like to help people. So that gave me kind of some momentum to ask for help in other ways, big, small. Truth, I still struggle with it a bit. It's not the easiest or most natural thing for me. It just isn't. I've gotten way better. Yet it's still something I work on, and that's okay, because always be evolving. And because of that, I was able then to ask for referrals from my clients. And, a lot of my business comes from referrals now. So instead of saying, oh, I never ask for help, well, if you can't, then you must. And the benefits in my personal life and business life have it's improved. The second example of always be evolving is historically, again, if you know my story, it makes sense. I'm terrible at relationships, like of any kind, really. Because again, me against the world, the walls up, like, stay away, I'm sick of being hurt. And as I was starting my business, all I'm hearing from my mentors, from people I'm listening to, friends who have started businesses, all I'm hearing, and I felt like I was drowning in it, was business is all about relationships. Did you know business is all about relationships? Oh my God, secret. Business is all about relationships. And I was like, oh my gosh. Oh, that's not a good sign, because I'm terrible at that and those. Well, here comes Tony Robbins again. Well, if you can't, then you must. So I was like, I better figure out how to build relationships and be able to connect with people quickly. And I've done a few things to improve on that. One was I intentionally drove Uber for a summer on purpose to see how quickly I could build a relationship with my passengers. And like that was the goal. And I mean, there were some points, some people don't want to talk. Look, I take Uber sometimes when I travel. Sometimes I'm like, I don't want to talk. Sometimes you do. But what was great was, I mean, there were people who were like, we've had conversations like, you know what, I got to go to counseling. This is a really good ride. Or just, oh my gosh, I love that too. Like, so it was all different ranges, but it proved to me, or I proved to myself, oh, this whole I'm never good at relationships. Well, flip your 20. That's in the past. I have now made myself learn how to be better at quickly connecting with people, which I never, ever, ever thought would be the truth. Ever. But I had to undo like 40 years of some stuff. So that is another way to always be evolving. And now when I am speaking to a client, it's very easy for me now on a phone call to be able to connect. It's like, just show up, be yourself, be cool, be authentic, listen, find your, make connections. It's just honest and real. Like I always thought it would have to be like contrived or forced. And it's just like normal and cool. And I had a call today with this wonderful lady, and I won't say her name, but if she's watching this, because she said she watches the videos, I hope that you are. Lovely conversation, and I'll be working with them hopefully in the fall, because in the spring we were supposed to, and then the whole world blew up the day before we were supposed to have our conference. So, but just having these cool conversations, and it's just about humans connecting, and just the humanity of people, like the human aspect. And it's a lot easier than I always used to think it was. So that part of building connections and better friendships and relationships in my personal life has also helped in my business life. So what about for you? Where in your life do you normally think or say or believe? Because remember, you're 20 cents. What you believe is what you get. Life's all about perspective. Where in your life are you setting yourself up for those limits? Well, I can't do that. I never do that. I'm never good at this. I'll never figure it out. And again, clearly I'm not judging. I just gave you 2 examples of decades long that I had to fix, that I chose to fix. And this, you can too. So whatever that area is for you, be honest with yourself. Connect your dots as to why you have that belief, or why you think you can't, or it'll never work for you, or whatever the thing is. And challenge yourself to see, is that really true? Or maybe it has been and you connected your dots, but what can you do about it moving forward now? How can you flip your 20 to see, well, that's how I've always thought, but if I choose to see it from a different perspective and I get assistance, or I try a different way, a different strategy, can I figure it out? And chances are you probably will. Will it be easy? Probably not. It depends on what it is. But it's always worth it. So always be evolving. I hope this helps you or people you care about. Please go ahead and share it out, subscribe, and I will see you in a couple of days for the next episode of Monday with Molly. Take care of yourself. Take care of each other. Flip your 20. Peace.